the free transform. You can alter it in many different ways, but you can't do what we did when we made the shape, which is essentially change any other variations of the shape. You can change it like this, do all sorts of things with it that way, but otherwise the integrity of the shape is going to stay the same. So we're just going to make it a little bit bigger, a little bit happier, maybe a little bit smirkier. There we go. Alright, so the way you want to test it is, here what it looked like. This is our keyframe. They've smiled. Alright. Again, you go back, you select any part of it, right click, create motion tween. Boom. There we go. So now the person has looked down, they're looking back up, and they're smiling. Alright. So this is another very simple trick. You overlap your frames and suddenly they look like that you've done something more dynamic. We may also want to move the nose up a little bit with that smile, so let's just kind of trail it. Insert keyframe. Insert keyframe here. Alright, and let's just move the nose up. Just a hair. Select in there, create motion tween, boom. So the nose and the mouth kind of move together. It's kind of like that happens with the real face. Alright, so that's simple, very simple way of creating an animation. Here we have 6 layers, all of them converted into symbols listed here. You'll also see that the tweens get converted into symbols themselves. And to finish it off, let's just make the head disappear. Insert keyframe. Yeah, let's add another couple frames. A little bit longer than 2 seconds. Insert keyframe. Now let's zoom out. Alright. Oops. Alright. Unlock everything. Our last keyframe, we want the head to just move out of frame. And there it is. Create motion tween. So it's like, this is the way the animation works. Let's go to control and hit play. There it is. Now, when you actually bounce this to a flash file, you won't see the head move out of frame. It'll look like it's disappearing. So all you have to do is, first of all, you save as, and you want to save it anywhere that's I'm going to save it in our school folder. Just save it as test or whatever, and it's going to save it as a flash file. Now you haven't done anything yet, you've just saved it. Make sure you save your work often. The way you're going to get it into an actual document is through publish settings. Alright, so here you have all sorts of formats that your Flash will be able to publish as. I wouldn't use the movie. Somehow is often very strange, doesn't work very well, and it can also be very big. So you don't want to do that. You want to save it as a Flash file, definitely, and as HTML. And HTML, then you can get the proper code to embed it into your own website. You can save it as these others, but these I never use. And unless you know what to do with them, I wouldn't use them either. Alright, so we go to Flash. Make sure we say Flash Player, whatever the most current Flash players you should use. Sometimes you may want to go lower if you're going for a different country, like if you're perhaps going to like Southeast Asia or areas that are a little bit further behind in their software. You want to just make sure that it's compatible. Make sure it's bottom up, because that's how we stacked our layers. So that's what load order means. Action script, we're not really using any action script yet. Just make sure that's 2, action script 2.0. compress, all these others, just leave them. You probably want highest quality. If you have audio, which we don't, just simply make sure that it's a higher quality audio. Otherwise it would be unintelligible. It doesn't really change the size of a small file like this too much. You're going to be fine either way. Local playback security, just leave that same. Don't hit any of these. Okay, so those are our publish settings. One thing that we do want to make sure we put in though, and this is a little trick, often if you don't put a stop at the end here, you will have it on repeat the whole time. So what we need to do is go to Window, Actions, yes, Actions, Global Functions, Timeline Control, and just put a stop. Now this is action script. All you have to know though is that stop at the end of your file, and that way it won't repeat over and over and over and over again. It'll just repeat once and stop. Now one thing you could do is when the head moves away, let's just say you kind of want to reveal something, let's just add in something like a text so that we can. Now one thing you can do if you don't want to see your head, you can either outline it by hitting these. That way you can see the shapes but you don't have to see what's in front of it. That's normally what I do if I'm working behind something. But let's just add some text in, and let's just say hi. Okay, and let's move that in the center. Make it a little bit bigger, a little more dramatic. Go down here. Alright. Then you can move it around. Alright. And it's brown. Now we can change that if we want to black. Just like that. You can change the font too, here. Just try Helvetica normal, and it's we don't want it italics. There we go. Bold, no. Save it. Everything else I would keep the same. Keep it static. Don't keep it dynamic. Keep it static. All right. So let's just undo all that. There we go. Now, just for fun, let's play it one more time. There we go. Hello. Okay, save it. Alright, now let's go ahead and publish. We don't need to publish preview. Let's just publish. It'll take a few seconds. Alright, now let's go to the desktop. Did it publish? In my folder, that's right. Alright, so you find it, what did I call it? Test. There it is. Alright. So there's test.fla, test.swf. Now if you just click on test.swf, that's the flash file. That's the, and you see there it is. Hi. Alright. Let's rewind. Play again. Hi. There it is. Alright, so that's what it would look like. Now you can, the way that you would put it into an HTML file is, here's your test HTML. What you would do is open this up in a text edit or something like that. Just go open, hello, go to wherever it is, and look at the text there. Now you can see this is a complete HTML file, so this would show up in a browser. All you really need is this thing that says object right here. Copy that and then put that into your code. Okay, and then it would open up, let's get our browser. It would open up as